Hello, friends. Hello, hello. My name is Janessa Oriel, and I'm the head of community here at Sell with Amy. And I decided to bring back, it's been a really long time since we've done a good old fashioned Ask Me Anything uh, post. So if you're here live, hello. Thank you for joining live. Please jump in the comments and let me know what you want to learn about within Sell with Amy. We've been chatting over the last few weeks about we've talked about the storefront and which used to be known as the social shop. Can you tell I'm happy that it's now named the storefront because I stumble over the social shop. Once upon a time, I had a lisp, and anytime I would say that, it would pop out. So if you have questions about Sell with Amy, now's the time to ask them. Now, if you're here, of course, we call our replay the hashtag after party. If you're here for the after party, please go ahead and still drop your questions in the comments. I am happy to answer them. I'll keep an eye on them. And so I would love, love, love to be able to get those questions answered for you as well. Hello to Melissa and Caroline. Thank you so much for joining me live. Additionally, I wanted to be able to sort of do a little bit of a recap. We've talked in the last couple months, I feel like, about giving yourself permission to work your business. My biggest emphasis and the thing that's sort of been like an aha moment for me has been making sure that people, when they discover the app, there tends to be this sort of emotional cycle. Hi, Sherry. There tends to be sort of this emotional cycle, and Verna's here too, in terms of, oh my gosh, this is the best thing for my business ever. I love this app. I'm diving in. I can't sleep. I'm thinking about it. I'm opening it up every day, right in the beginning, or like all day long. And then maybe there's this situation where you go, I'm a little burnt out. Like I was so excited to be able to do these and I tackle all my to-dos and I'm learning and I know that there's other things that I don't know about the app and there's because it's more than a CRM, it's more than a an invoice machine, if you will. It has the ability to follow up from within the app. You have the ability to do personal branding with your storefront. There's so much in the app to learn, and there's still more to learn, right? I've been here over 4 years, and I still learn something new literally every day about the app. And so that's why we do these sessions periodically, just to make sure you can get your questions answered. No matter if you've been using the app for 2 days or 5 years, there's a few not many. But anyway, and so I want to be able to answer any of those questions. That said, the biggest emphasis I can put is if you've been using the app for 2 days, right? Or for 5 years, I want you to know that the goal is to do a little bit every day as opposed to doing like a ton of stuff in a single day once a month or once a quarter, right? To stay active, right? Depends on your company. Verna would like to add a different company. That's a great question. You can connect with our support team. There's some reasons why, connect with our support team and see if that's possible. You can reach our support team. There's a couple of ways. One, I will tell you, it's emailing support@amy.co. The other is if you're in your app here, okay, you can go to the account tab, lower right-hand corner, and then from there, you have the ability to go to, I want to make sure I'm pointing the right spot. You can go right here to see where it says contact support. Ta-da! It's coming up. There it is. So you can email, their email is also listed right here. Okay. So you have, if you want to reach out to support to see if you could potentially add another company, please feel free to do so and they will work with you to share whether or not that's feasible. Okay. Thank you for asking that question, Verna. I appreciate it. Additionally, what I was saying previously before I got distracted by the comments is working the app a few minutes a day means that your business, if you do that and connect with and follow your to-dos, your business is more apt to grow over time. It's sort of a compound interest thing, which I don't know. I always rolled my eyes when people would talk about compound interest like years and years ago. And now that I'm a little older, a little wiser, I sort of get the allure and the understanding now that I'm sort of seeing the benefits of compound interest. We're not talking like finances, but in terms of your business, if you were doing a little bit every day, it's going to pay off big. If you were doing a lot once a month, it'll still pay off, but not necessarily in the same way. Why? If you're doing once a month, you're checking in because all of a sudden it is the 15th of the month and you know that you only have, how did you like that I had to see what day it is? You know, you only have a little over 2 weeks to be able to finish out the month and finish out your goals for the month. If you dive into the app once a month, uh, I know, once upon a time, that was a strategy that I may or may not have employed. Anyway, um, if you jump into the app once a month to be able to reach out to your customers, you're missing the opportunity to connect with them to say thank you, and then reach out again 2 weeks later to be able to say, have you received your items? You miss out on that opportunity to be able to say, I'm so excited for you to receive your items, because you're off sync, right? If they ordered at the beginning of the month and you're now reaching out with that second follow up, as an example, or they ordered at the beginning of the month, and because maybe your company doesn't have partnership, you have to log all the orders and you're logging all the orders, then you don't have time to follow up on the orders. You can see how that can build up, which is why I keep alluding to these to-dos as dishes, because dishes never really go away, even for our friends that maybe aren't using like dishes, but are using the paper goods, right? We all have seasons of life. There's no judgment whatsoever. But even having paper dishes means you still have dishes to deal with. You just deal with them in a different way than those that have dishes that go like in a dishwasher or are hand washed. Okay, depending on where you're at and whether or not you have a dishwasher. This is feeling like a much bigger discussion than I anticipated. Christine says, I need to be more consistent, but it's been huge for your business. Yes. So, Christine, I'm here to give you grace, even if maybe you're not giving yourself enough grace. And maybe you are, and I'm just assuming. But I know that my friends who say things like, right? I need to be more consistent. I'm here to tell you it's okay. Every day you make the decision to open the app and work your business is a day that you're being more consistent towards your business. So, kudos to you. Keep it up. And if you have not, find a time of the day that you do something and you can sort of work it in. So, an example is most people have some sort of warm beverage in the morning. Not all, I totally get that. But if you have a beverage in the morning, or if you have a particular time of day, maybe you take a break from work if you have a 9 to 5, traditional 9 to 5, so forth and so on. Find a time, ideally each day, that you would do just a few minutes of work within the app, for sure. Loving your nails, thank you. They're very bright, not as bright as I did not expect them to be neon, but neon's all the rage. Woo! So thank you, Caroline. Question: I have to manually enter orders, but I don't use my storefront yet. My company shares product lists with new products aren't always there right away. Is there a way to add them to the product list without adding them to my storefront? Maybe I don't understand my storefront yet either. Sherry, thank you for asking that question, because there's so much in there and I want to be able to tackle every bit of it. You made my heart happy. So let's talk about a few things. So we're really quickly going to talk about Sherry's company. I actually don't know your company. I could look, but I'm not available right now, right? So Sherry's company has the products in the app. An example is, I just selected products down here. There's some products here. This is the pineapple store products, right? My products are in the app, but my orders are not automatically synced, as an example. So that's Sherry's company is like that. So what happens is, if there's new products that are not showing up in the app, I have a request for you. If you can reach out to our support team, they can quickly and easily work to try and pull those in within a few hours or so. Okay, take some time, but we can, for the most part. Sometimes there's some challenges or changes or things like that, but for the most part, if you reach out to our support team, they'll be able to say, yep, let me see what I can do, and they can bring the newer products in. Now, again, it's different. Hint, nail polish. Got it. Thank you. So what happens is, if they're not there, or if for whatever reason they can't update it, we have a couple of solutions. Okay, if the support team can update it, boom. Okay, they'll update it and they'll let you know that they're going to work on it and it'll be done. If they reach out and say, unfortunately, we don't have new products, go ahead and log them under my products. The reason we have this my products section is there's a couple of reasons. One is, if you have products that may have been discontinued and are no longer available in this situation, they're not available on the website, but maybe you have some in your stock or inventory, this is a great use case for my products. For example, I am going to use, I feel like, let's look at this pineapple notebook, okay? This pineapple notebook, let's say that this is not available on the website, which is why it's not available in the main products that were given previously. And I put in the notes section, I can always edit this, but I can put in the notes section down here, maybe someone bought one, I can say only one on hand. This is a workaround, okay, for you to be able to manage your inventory. That's sort of a bonus hint, right? So as an example, only one on hand could be a way to manage your inventory. Do you have to use this? No. But again, this pineapple notebook is not available on the website, and so that's why I have it in the My Products section. How do you add products to My Products section? You go to upper right-hand corner up there, you just hit add. You can add a photo, you can add the name, you can add the price, you can add a link. If you have a link, then it would obviously be on the website. If you don't add a link, what happens is Sell with Amy, whenever someone clicks on it to buy it, will send that customer a contact form. They'll fill out that contact form and then you get a to-do saying, hey, Sherry's interested in buying this pineapple notebook, as an example. So if a link is not included, Sell with Amy is pretty smart and still gives you the ability to sell that product without having it be available on the website. You can do a description and then you have to just certify that you have the ability to use specifically the photo that you're using up here, right? And then you create that product. That's how easy it is. It works just like any other product. So back to the pineapple notebook, in that if you hit share, you can share it out. Okay, you can copy the link. Share on Facebook just means it's going to take that link straight to Facebook onto your timeline. I would encourage you to use copy the link and maybe send it out, or you can also send it to your contacts as well. Okay, so you can share it directly to your contacts, and this works the same as sharing any other product. Okay, I hope that is helpful. I'm going to check the notes again. Happy Thursday, Wendy. So friends are being tagged. Thank you. Hi, Ida. Thank you for joining me. So that is the first part, right? That's how you can add products right away, like immediately. Ideally, you'd send an email to support@amy.co first. Second, you would add the product if it's not something that can be added quickly. And then is there a way to add them to the product list without adding them to your storefront? So yes, this is in adding to the product list, but it's not adding it to your storefront. Let's talk about the difference between the product list. So I'm going to select product list versus storefront. Now, what is relevant is these My Product collections can be shared on your storefront, but they don't have to be. My example is if you're having a party, right? And you release a collection of, we'll stay in the nail realm, okay? Let's say you have a collection of neons, right? Neons is a collection. Then you have pastels as a collection. Then you have nail tools as a collection. Then you have hand care as a collection. Those are the ways that you release those products or introduce those products within the party. Okay, we're talking sort of similar to categories. So if we're going back to categories, in this example, we could have a decor collection, gift ideas collection, kitchen collection, and maybe that's how I would reveal that. But I would want to do it through product collections because that's how we can make those categories shareable. As an example, my face care routine, I have a collection here. Now, I can copy that link or I can view it, but I'm not talking about that part. What I want to actually share is you can see there's all, okay? And then next to it is on storefront. So I have a bunch that are listed under the all. I think there was 10. And in this example, these are the ones that are being shared publicly on your storefront. I want you to think of your storefront as a physical brick and mortar storefront. When you walk into a store, typically products are gathered by category and you sort of peruse the different categories until you find the section that you want. That's what we want your storefront to be like. Someone walking into your store, understanding the feel and the tone of both you and the products you carry, and then also being able to be guided to the ones that they're most interested in. Okay, so I hope that helps. And Sherry, I know you said maybe I don't understand your storefront yet either. So I hope that gives some additional insights to you. Let's go ahead and take a peek at my storefront, my fictitious storefront here. So I'm here in the account tab and then storefront is the upper right hand corner. Let's go ahead and just take a peek at it. So with this is the storefront. Again, you're walking into a store, you see these product collections down here, but you see who you're shopping with and you set the tone here with your bio. If you don't have a photo here, your name, the contact me, ideally there'd be an Instagram attached there as well. And then you can see I've got a little bio here and you can scroll down and you can peruse the different collections, okay? Hey, look, I'm wearing the same sweatshirt. That's funny. It's my favorite, friends. And then you can shop the Instagram. This is how, if you have your Instagram linked, and then links are genuinely intended to be other areas that you can find me, right? So that is a very brief overview of the storefront. If you have additional questions on storefront, the best way to get more information is to go to the account tab, lower right-hand corner, resource hub, and my very favorite place. Sorry about that. My apologies, my demo account is being crabby. Resource hub, and then our help portal is really helpful because you can type in storefront and there's like collections of articles and videos and tutorials that are written as well to be able to follow. Let's see. Oh man, I need to start using the storefront. It all works together. It so does. Because if you use your storefront as your primary link on your Facebook account, on your Instagram account, on your TikTok account, if you have that, Snapchat, wherever you can use a link that talks about you, you can see it's a very pleasant experience to be able to experience the storefront, right? So let's go ahead and view it again. So being able to share this as an entry point to you and your business and what you have to offer, it's a very pleasant shopping experience for sure. Hi, Carol. Hi. Oh, Avril is like, I'm here for the after party. Friend, I just ran over. That's all. So I am here to say, if you have additional questions, now that I've squirreled all over the place and gone well into the storefront specifically, and also how the product catalogs work if you don't necessarily have partnership, if you're not lucky enough to have partnership currently, please feel free to drop those questions below. I have another question right here and I'll go ahead and tackle that one. Will storefront tools be available on the desktop anytime soon? This is what has held you back. This is one of our objectives. So I do want to share about our desktop portal. It's awesome for our friends who love to work on a desktop computer. Now, of course, Sell with Amy was developed to be a mobile first application. And the reason for that is because we know that you likely have your phone wherever you go. So when your customers are connecting with you, you have your phone on you. And so that's why it was originally developed, because when I first met with the founders, I had a binder that was this big that I literally was carrying a huge purse, had back problems because I was trying to keep my binder to have all my customers' information with me at all times, knowing I couldn't bring my desktop, right? Um, like my computer, true desktop. Anyway, so it was developed as a mobile first application. That said, our long-term goal is to be able to have anything that's in the app. I should probably just have the app open. There we go. Anything in the app we would like to have over on the desktop portal. However, as you can imagine, there's a lot of things that the Team Amy is working on. And so that is something that we're definitely striving for, but we're not necessarily there yet, as you know. As new features are released on the desktop portal, of course, right here is the place that you will be able to hear about it. In addition to in the app, we typically announce those things right in the app. So that way, as you're using it, you can hear about those new features. But yes, long term, we want to make sure that the storefront is available on the desktop portal. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have an incredible day and weekend, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye, friends.